Okay, so let's continue here. Um, before before creating the objects and training data set or something like that, I would like to import a new library, and we can see it as import sklearn. This is an open source library that is used for machine learning and Python. But as I told you, I don't want to import everything from this library, or we have it before. Look at this. And I don't want to import it like this way because I import so many things. I don't like importing this way, so I can import just what I really need that I will use. So I use from sklearn, and I can use neighbors, and we import k and n k neighbor classifier. Yes, this one, because remember we are going to classify crane, so I'm not going to try the regression right now or the transformer, so I'm going to use the classifier for classification. So, and we can import from sklearn the model selection. This is another another library or another modules that we can use to split our data set. I will show you how. So we import train test split. So we can split our data set into training and testing data set because we need to have the mean accuracy of the application. We cannot tell the user that, yeah, we here classify five coins and one of them is €2, and what is the accuracy? You don't know. So by using this, you can tell the user, yeah, it's a right answer, and 50% white or 90% white. Also, we have our library imported, so let's continue with the code. So right now, let's create an object, or let's create our classifier. I will call it our classifier. Yeah, and we will use the imported library, and yeah, we use in neighbors. Yeah. So remember, I told you that we have to choose the number of k, and I told you that I will tell you how to get the number of k. Well, the number of k is chosen. This is the k in your neighbors. This is the k, and this number is chosen according to the number of samples folder in the training data set. Assuming that n is the number of samples, in this case it's group of sample. Remember that we are not going to classify coins like from 240 images that you saw before when we print out the length of the samples. But we have 4 classes. That means the number of k should be the square root of the number of samples, in this case of folders. We have 4 folders, and when we do like 4 square roots, we will find of square root of 5 or 4 we have 2. So here we could put 2 as the number of k, but the value of k might be kept odd. Yeah, so we cannot use one for this number because we would have just one neighbor and it's not enough to calculate the nearest. So we need at least two because of the fact that the number should be the square root of the n number, and we have to keep it odd. So instead of two, I will use three. But this is how you can calculate the number of k and k in n. So let's continue then. Let's use the other library that we imported in order to split the data set. So let let me comment this. Initiate our classifier. In here, I will add something like split data set. In here, we will use xtrend and xtrend and x. We'll use some of them for training, some of them for testing, and we'll use y train and y test, and we use the function train test split, and we add the histogram array and the label array, and we just use test size like 80% will be training, and the test will leave like 20%. So we can just add the two, and that's all. We have a training set and a testing set from the data set that we have created. Easy. So we now have to train and test the classifier. So how we do that? We will have to feed them with the data that we have, and then we can print the accuracy after. So we use our classifier and we feed them. You can see we feed it with the data. And first, we are not going to use those numbers anymore because we split them. So instead of using the array that we have created, so we will use the training and testing data set. So we use xtrain for this and ytrain for this. So here we have the histogram of the images, and here we have the names. So yeah, now we can create a score. Value will be integer. We have to convert this number to integer. We have our classifier dot score. Here we pass the testing value xtest and the y test and times 100. Yeah, we need it in 100. So let's continue with that. We can print the result. Print classifier mean accuracy will be the underscore. Yeah. Right now we have our machine learning algorithm fit with training data set, and we can use the testing data set to to know what's the accuracy of the application. So what we have to do now is just segmenting, use segmentation of the image to grab circle from, or to grab all circles from an image. And remember, we use Eurocranes, and all of them are circles. So we have to grab all circles that we can find in the image, and then we will use them to, or we will crop them from the picture, and use them as input for our machine learning algorithm. So let's start to do that in the next video.